Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this episode we're gonna go from this to this. But before we get too deep into today's video, let's roll the intro. Before we start with this video, I want to apologize for all the jumping in the video, all the going backwards and forwards. Basically, this video is a bit all over the place, so I apologize in advance of that. But I hope you enjoy it, since it's going to be a big one for me, mostly because it's been many months, and I know I've been off for probably a month now since the last video I posted, but I needed to get some things in place. I needed to have an idea of how I wanted to take the channel to the next level, and I got all that sorted. So without further ado, let's get into it. I know this video can seem like we are all over the place, but at the minute we are with my dad on the way to Manchester to pick up the wing and the door from one of the guys from the Forester group. So we go around half an hour to go. I know yesterday we did the wheels and the tires, today we're doing the wing and the door, but hopefully if everything goes well, tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday we'll get that hinge straight. We can put the door, the wing, and on Thursday I'll take it for an MOT. So fingers crossed. But yeah, very excited, just all over the place at the minute. Well, we got all the parts here, as you can see. We got the door, the wing, the four wheels and tires all mounted. I got the spacers here, so let's go to the unit. Let's start dismantle the car. Let's start the wheels off, clean the pads, start taking the door, get all ready for when Lee comes back from work. So what we're gonna do now basically is take all of this out of the car and take it into the unit. I got the wheels here for now. Then right here we've got the door card or car door. I always confuse them. I got the actual my one. I think my one is just right there. I don't know if you can see it, so I don't know which one I'm going to use. I got the front wing here, and I got as well this like spad or side, whatever you want to call it, that basically is here. So I'm going to remove my one, because as you can see it's all scratched and all that, and then it's broken right here as well. So I'm going to remove that, but first of all what I'm going to do is actually go over the bolts, do a bolt check all around, and as well I'm going to do, as I said before, remove the pads. I'm going to sand them down. I'm going to put some lubricant. I'm going to check the and I'm going to check the sliders as well all around. So I'm going to do the front first. Once that's done, I'm going to put the wheels, get it down, and then go at the back. And we haven't seen the back with the new wheels, so new to me, so I think there's going to be a good change. And yeah, then after that what we're going to do is remove the door, so then we can work on that hinge at the bottom there. We can pull it out and then fit the new door. We've got basically 2 days to do this. So today is Monday and it's like midday already. I came a bit late, but I'm gonna tackle the brakes now. I'm gonna get that done. Then I'm gonna go to the rear, do the same thing, and start taking the door out. So when Lee comes, we can actually just focus on working on that and get that straight. And hopefully between today and tomorrow we can get that straight. And then I can put the door. I don't know if I can do it on my own. Probably I could, just with the jack or whatever. Put the door, put the wing, and then on Thursday we need to take the car for its MOT in the morning. On Wednesday I'm working, so I won't be able to actually work on it. So as I said, we got 2 days. So hopefully everything goes well. Because we cannot have a delay, otherwise we're not going to make the MOT. So fingers crossed. Alright, all the wiring in now is disconnected and ready to come out. It's been a bit of a bollock to actually get the lock out because of the plastic covers and shit like that I had in it. So I've been fighting with that for a bit, but yes, that's all out now. So basically the door is ready to come out, and we'll be able to just make sure that we can straight that bottom right there, so we can pull this out right here. So we just need to pull, I don't think you can, yeah, so that line there is okay, but it needs to come out. This here, right here, needs to come out, a bit so it's straight, so the hinge sits straight, and then that'll be good to go. So very excited, but yeah, still a lot of work. I mean, I still need to put the wheels on, but the thing is I'm waiting for Lee to bring the camber tool so I can get the camber on both sides correct. And once that is, I'm happy with that, then I can put the wheels, get it down on the floor, which is going to be probably tomorrow on my own once the door is out and done and all this is good to go. So hopefully by tonight I can have the new door in. Alright, so now that Lee's here, we're going to remove the door. So you better hold it because it's fucking heavy.
I'm going to hold that.
There's not really good fits on the door anymore. That's the last one, that's it.
That's it, you're done.
Brilliant!
Right.
There we go. Alright.
Right, there we go.
Should we go just back now? And then we can just put it here somewhere.
There we go.
Just go back for now. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, should be right. Right. The door is out. We got all the loom there. So we are all good to go. Explain to us what we're going to do. Yes, come on. This is a learning curve for me.
This is learning curve.
Yeah. So what is it that we actually we're going to be doing? What are we going to be doing?
Right, we're going
Yeah.
to stick them on. Basically, it's been it there, and you're going to take the dent out from the furthest part.
Okay.
Right. So we'll start here.
Yeah.
And bring it out from here and work our way back into the dent,
Yeah.
and working that way into the dent, because if we do it there and pull,
Yeah.
you're not going to get all of it what you want. So we'll work here
Yeah.
and we'll be working slow,
Brilliant.
basically. So, and if that doesn't work, then we go more heavy duty.
All right. Perfect.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. Sounds good. The moment of true.
Moment of truth, yeah.
Let's see if this does it. If not, what we're gonna do is sledgehammer.
We've got things to play with yet.
But just in case we weren't
Yeah.
sure it was gonna happen.
No, that won't do
No,
it.
it's moving it, bastard.
Right. Put
All
that.
right. So
Plan B.
we're scrapping this, and Lee's bringing his next tool. So show us what you got, Lee. That's German. Sounds scary already. Oh, look at that.
Now we got the big guns.
Jesus Christ. So what does that do then?
Now we're going to weld it.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
There we go.
That's way better.
That's way better, yeah.
Yeah, you see, slowly we're fucking fixing all the tools that we got.
Right.
Alright, so let's see how much.
So let's get. Right. Bastard. That metal's in my hand now. Right.
You think I got it?
Right.
Brilliant. This one I reckon is going to be the one that you're going to notice the most. Oh my god, look at that, that's fucking crazy.
do it.
Yeah, that is coming. Alright, from the last clip you saw till today, there's been 2 days in between, or day in between. Yesterday I was here, I did everything that I could do on my own that wasn't really interesting to film. I did check the camber, the toe, I put the wheels on, so basically now all the wheels are exactly the same with the new tires. And the only thing that we've done basically now is clean, as you can see right there, we have cleaned that, right? So what we're gonna do now, what you're gonna see now, is we're gonna put the new door on and see if that actually matches with the hinge itself, if we can close it properly. And if we can close it properly, basically it's just gonna be a matter of taking it out again. We're gonna paint that, protect that and paint it so basically it doesn't rust. And after that, it's just slap the door, slap the wing there, and I need to change the lock on. I already got the lock out of that door, so I need to change the lock from the other door. But that's basically it. And then tomorrow, well, I mean, I say that, but probably it's going to take us a bit longer. And then tomorrow I need to come very, very early. So I'm going to have to be here around like 5 or something like that. So I'm going to have to wake up around like 4:30 to be at work at 6, because I start at 6. Yeah, and we can't drive the car today because the MOT is for tomorrow. So we don't want to get caught and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to come tomorrow very early, swap the cars around, and which is like so. I'm gonna stop talking. What we're gonna do now is get the door on. So we're gonna try to get the door on. I think the wiring should be alright there for the minute because it shouldn't be.
No, I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Can you pass me a cloth?
Yes.
So that'll do a cut in my hands.
If I can find one.
That'll do.
There you go.
If I go, where's the best place? There.
Can you grab it there? Maybe there? Think?
I can, but I've got to swing it out so you can.
So I can put the bolts in.
Yeah.
We got the door on, and as you can see, the gap is quite small. And what we're looking, if you look from this side, you can see that the door right there at the top needs to come out a bit. So right here you can see like the bottom of it goes almost perfect with it, but you can see the top, how the wing comes out, and the wing is sat where it needs to sit. So basically this top here now we're gonna have to pull it out so we can actually see, so we can actually get the door to sit what it needs, because what is happening is actually hitting the, don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's hitting the hinge down there, is hitting the actual hook, if you like. So that's what we're gonna have to do basically. We're gonna have to take the door out, and then the same way that we did with the bottom, we're just gonna have to pull it out. So yeah, that's what we are at the minute. Well, we haven't recorded much, it's been a bit of a bollock. And as well, we needed to get this done for today because we need to do the MOT tomorrow. So Lee's pulling out the last bits in there. That wasn't actually the accident, that was when we were moving the car. These panels are a bit flimsy, so we're just pulling out that bit there and that bit there, which looks way better already. But as you can see, the door and the wing are on. I kind of like the gold more than the actual silver, so maybe we should paint the car gold. But yeah, so you can see like the gap here is quite small compared to, for example, the rear door is quite, you know, more pronounced. But we'll sort that out another time. The door opens and closes, as you can see as well. Like down here the gap is way bigger, as you can see there, like the gap is quite a lot bigger. But we only needed to get to pass the MOT, and that's safe and that's secure, and this is secure here as well. As you can see, we got a bit of a gap there because we're missing the bracket, but that's nice and tight, that's nice and tight, so we are quite happy with it. And as you can see, so that closes properly and the window closes properly and all that, so we're happy with that. We're gonna leave it as it stands. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, your hands are on all faces, but we're quite tired. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's around like somewhere in, I don't know, 10, somewhere in there. So yeah, we're gonna swap the cars around, and I'm gonna come early in the morning, take it for an MOT, and hopefully it passes. And then I got a trip planned for this car if you actually pass the MOT. So we'll see. But it's been till the last fucking minute, isn't it, Lee? But yeah, I think I'm very happy with it. As I said, we'll sort out the gap. You can see it right there. We'll sort that gap another time. We'll adjust the hinges a bit more, and basically we're gonna get that painted to the same color of the car, so that will work. So for now, that's it. This is how sleepy I am. It's 5 AM. We swapped the cars around. I'm doing it on the phone because I forgot the camera. As I said, I'm happy enough with the gap there. We're gonna sort that out, but let's take it from MOT and see what happens. Well, here I am at Anglesey in Wales. We made it. This is the campsite. Basically, this is the setup we're running with. So we got a 3-man tent here, and basically we got the Forester, as you can see, 2-tone, whatever, we spoke about that. But it did pass the MOT. It's all good and well, and well, kind of. And that wheel bearing, we need to replace it because it's been humming all the way here. It's taking me around 3 hours to come here because of the traffic. I arrived yesterday and it's been just humming, absolutely drilling my ear. So there's no play, which is good. So we're going to be replacing it on Wednesday when we get back, hopefully. But it is just screaming. It's been from like 35, 40 to like 70. It just keeps on going whoa, 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 whoa. So it's fucking annoying. But I discovered another thing it broke on the drive here. So let me show you what it is, because the fan doesn't stop here. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but basically the dog bone, the bush that goes here from the back of the engine to the firewall, it broke. So basically the engine sort of can tilt back a little bit. It's not excessive. I mean, basically it's more to do when you turning and when you're pulling away and when you're braking, rather than anything else. So we're gonna have to be careful because that's putting tension on the turbo and it's putting tension on the flanges, so we're gonna have to be careful. So as well, so in addition to having the wheel bearing screaming at me, as well I have to be careful now because the engine basically makes a bit of like creaking noise, if you like. So yeah, it was a fun 3-hour drive, but I just decided to carry on just to come here. I needed this little break. So yeah, here we are. I mean, we still got another 3 hours on Tuesday morning. Today's Sunday. I'm gonna put a few photos of what I've done today. I basically went from the east of the island all around down to Newbury Beach, and I stopped in some places. The weather's been on and off. I mean, it's like 20-21 degrees, so it's quite warm, but it's quite humid as well, so it's not as appealing, if you like. Tomorrow's meant to be a bit better, so I'm gonna try to go to the beach. But yeah, it's been quite enjoyable. So I don't think I'm gonna do much more today. I might go for like a small walk or something. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I think what time is it right now? Yeah, it is almost 5 o'clock. So yeah, I might just go for like a little walk and just call it a night at some point. I still got some beers, I got some burgers to make, even though I ate a lot today. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow the weather's a bit better and we can go to the beach and we can enjoy a bit more this area, since my idea was to come mostly, not only, but mostly to the beach. So hopefully we can do it. Like I said when I was camping, this is basically what it broke. And it goes right there and to the actual engine itself. I don't want to take the intercooler out, so what I'm gonna do is try to actually get to the nuts and bolts. They are right down here. I think I should be able to get it. I mean, it's gonna be shit to record because you're not gonna be able to see it, but what I'll do is I'll put a photo of what it looks like, and I think they're gonna be 40mm, but I'll have a look. I managed to actually mount it without taking the intercooler, but what I had to remove was if you come this side, this earth here is a 10 mil, but then yeah, that's a 14. On the other side the nut is welded, so you don't have to bother on this side here. So let me actually show you on the old one. It has an arrow that's gonna have to be facing upwards, so it's just gonna have to be like this. And then the other part of the bush that basically broke is right here. So as I said, this side is a 14 mil, on the other side is a welded nut to the actual firewall, and then on here you go a 14 mil nut on this side, so on this side basically, on the driver's side in the UK, with a washer as well, and on the other side is just a bolt that has a washer, but the washer doesn't come out, so you won't have to worry about losing that. I'm going to put here on the screen as well the torque settings for the top and the bottom, so you can get that torqued. And what I'm going to do now is just turn the car around, and hopefully there's no more noises. We're back from camping. It's been a few days actually since then. I drove the car to work a few times and stuff like that, and it drives alright, besides what I explained before, where we have to replace the wheel bearing, and I go as well a new drive shaft, because I'm hearing certain creaks and stuff like that that I don't like, so we're going to replace that today as well. So to do the wheel bearing, what we're going to want to do is basically do exactly the same thing as you would do if you're doing your brakes. So basically, if you're replacing your disc, you're going to remove your caliper carrier, but because we're replacing the actual hub itself as well, we're going to replace another hub by the wheel bearing. I recommend you to take this bolt here on your shock absorber first, because that way you'll be able to actually use your impact gun to remove this, and you won't have to use any breaker bars or anything like that, because that bolt there is basically an obstacle for us to be able to get our impact gun, or at least for me. So what we're going to do now is undo the bolt, undo the nut for the ball joint. We're going to put the fork here, we're going to hammer it, and hopefully we can separate the arm from the knuckle itself. And yeah, once we got that out, we can remove this bolt here, this nut here, as well as removing your track rod end and your ABS sensor, which uses a 12 mil bolt right there, and we can remove the whole knuckle. So I'm going to do that quickly, and then I'll show you the knuckle once it's out. Here we go, the assembly, the knuckle and the wheel bearing, which basically sits in here. We're going to have to press this out and then press the wheel bearing out. I don't think you could hear it, but actually you could feel it when you turn it. So I'm going to set you here and see if you can, or maybe here. I hope you can hear that, but that is basically the wheel bearing being worn. So what we're going to do, from this side, we're going to push first the hub itself. We're going to remove these rubbers, and we're going to then have to press the wheel bearing out. So first of all, what we're going to need now is find a place that we can sort of hang this up, this assembly, so we can push the hub outwards. There are many ways that you can remove your actual hub, but one of the simple ones is just find a socket that is the same size and just tap it a few times, and it will bring it down. And there we go. Here we go, basically part of the wheel bearing, the rubber that goes on the other side, and the hub itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to utilize this again. So we're going to have to remove this bearing, we're going to have to get it out, And as well, the race, which is inside here, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show you in a minute. We're gonna have to cut that off in order to be able to push this back in. So this is what I mean with that race that we need to cut. What we're gonna do now is get an angle grinder and basically make a cut diagonally, slowly, so we don't wanna, because we don't wanna damage this. And once it's almost done, we can just get like a chisel and just smash it in there. Just be careful, because none of that has happened to me, but this can just literally explode. So just gonna have to be careful and keep on checking it, because it's in a lot of tension in there and a lot of pressure. All right, that's how now. We have made a couple of marks in here, but they're not too deep, so it'll be okay. And as you can see, this is what I meant. We just cut right there, and then with a chisel we can actually remove it. And then what you can do with a pry bar when it sits there is basically pry against this, up, going around, and it will come out. In order to remove this clip right here, you're gonna have to remove the rest of the wheel bearing that basically is held at this point with this. This rubber goes right here, right on this side. So you will pop that out. You can do it from the other side. So basically just hammer this a couple of times so you get like a pry bar, and that will fall off. And then you're gonna see your circuit clip that is basically right here. I don't know if you can see it, it just sits there and there. Now what we're gonna do is press out what we got left of the wheel bearing. So basically just that race that you can see in here. We're gonna push that out, and then we're gonna repeat the process backwards. For your wheel bearing to basically press it out and press it in, you can use a tool like this. So basically you're gonna put the impact gun at the end of this. I'm gonna link up here the video where I show how to use this tool. Unfortunately, my impact gun has died, the battery is dead, so I can't use this. So I think what I'm gonna do is go to work, since we got our proper press in the morning, and I'm just gonna do it, get it all together, and come back and just put it all back on. But what we're gonna do now is basically remove the axle, the drive shaft, and we're gonna fit the new one. The way that I've done it was basically to remove that clip that holds the whole shaft and the boot there to the part that actually goes into the gearbox. And then what I did, because you got this circular clip right here, this clip right there, basically what I did is I got a chisel and I just hit it in here, but you can see those grooves right there, right there. So basically I hit it here a few times. That way it will come. You can rotate it if you want to, so you can keep on hitting in different spots, and it's sort of like it will push it out. But take your time, because at the beginning probably won't feel like it's coming out, but it actually does at the end. So we got a new wheel bearing fitted, seated, there's no play, it's all good to go. We got the two seals. Remember, there's two seals to put, one on this side, one on the bottom one, the ones that I showed you before that you can hammer out. Yeah, so we got all of that done. The axle is in and in position as well. So what we're gonna have to do is basically just repeat the process backwards, and then just go for a test drive and see if it works. So I'm not going to film all of this, I'm just going to put it back together, and once it's all done and on the floor, we'll take it for a road test. I'm going to repeat it once more. I apologize for the jumping all over the place on this video. I realize now editing how bad of a job I did linking a clip with the next clip, or maybe explaining, but let me just come straight to you. So the wheel bearing is done, the drive shaft is done, the pitch mount is done. The only thing that we haven't done yet is the actual door. We haven't pulled the top hinge properly out so the door sits correctly, if you like, but this will come in the next video. But the last 2 weeks working on this car, getting it ready for the MOT and all that, it's been a nightmare. And I think that's the reason, I'm not trying to excuse myself, but I'm trying to explain to you that I think that's the reason why I've been all over the place with it, and it's been a bit harder to maybe make the video easier to watch, or smoother, if you like. But yeah, it just drained me, to be honest. The parts and getting the parts, trying to go on get the time to be able to do it when things go wrong. A lot of things behind the camera that I didn't show. I didn't think it was really interesting to watch anyway. But yeah, no excuses. And as well, I know I haven't shown, let's say, as much as excitement as I did in other videos when the car was close to actually be back on the road. But as I said, these 2 last weeks drained me, or the last 2 weeks working on the car drained me prior to the MOT. But don't worry, I'm making a video where I'm going to show you properly what it feels like to be back on the car, to be able to drive it, what all of that means to me. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But as I said, thank you for staying if you stayed this long. And if you don't mind leaving in the comments, tell me what you think about the car, tell me what you think about the color. Should we paint it another color? There's a lot of things coming for this car in the next, I don't know, let's say 6 to 8 months, so stay tuned for that. But as usual, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing if you do, and I shall see you very shortly.